Hello again, it's Amanda. I'm here getting ready to move my table out to do my painting with these Artist Loft Neon colors. I got a 6-pack for really cheap at Michael's a month or two ago. And I just want to see what happens. I noticed a minute ago, I have them all pre-mixed in my little cups with lids, but a couple minutes ago I was taking a quick video of my last painting and how it looks dry, and I knocked over the blue one and the green one, so they might be spilled inside the containers a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of that in there or not. I may have a little bit less to use than the other colors, but we'll see. I'll be back in a minute. Hi guys, it's Amanda. I'm back for another acrylic pouring painting video. I think I've already showed you in my intro what my colors were, but I'll show you again as I'm going to open up my little cups. I mixed them up a few days ago and they've been sitting in these cups with lids. I want to check the consistency real quick. They might have thickened up a little bit, but they do kind of run off. They're a little bit thicker, but I don't know if I want to add any more water or not. They're a little bit thicker, but I like the mounds. Last time my paint was thinner. Okay. Yep, I'm just going to leave them and see what happens if I don't put anything in them except silicone after they have sat for a few days. I accidentally spilled the blue and the green a little bit whenever I was trying to record a quick look at my last painting before I moved my table out. But I still have most of it, so I'm just going to go with it. Whoops. Whoops. Making a mess. That's what Amandas do. Like Tigger. That's what Tiggers do. That's what Amandas do, make messes. Fun fact, when I was in school, a lot of my friends and I had all these different nicknames for each other. We were like for instance, I was Tigger McFlea. We were all like part of the McBug family, and we all had some kind of a Disney character name and a McBug name. I don't know if anyone remembers that but me, but it was kind of fun. When you're a teenager, you come up with crazy stuff. Okay, I'm going to stop this one, and I did not get a stick for my white. Actually, I mixed up my white in one of these because I wasn't sure. I know I've mixed up in the little cups, in the medicine cups, and stored in these, and they've seemed to last pretty well. And I just wanted to mix. I needed more white than what would fit in a medicine cup, so I wanted to see how they would last in these cups by themselves. It's a little bit thick, but I think today I'm going with thicker paints just to see what happens. I'm not going to add any extra water. They've thickened up some after they've sat for a few days, and they always tend to do that a little bit. They're all mixed with Floetrol and Water. I tried my best to get as close to that 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint that I could, and then I just mixed a little bit of water to thin them out. So let's just see what happens. Hi, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back to do another acrylic pouring painting video today. It's just going to be a quick flip cup with some Artist Loft Neons. I think I showed you that in the intro. And I've been doing the flip cups for a while just to try to get the consistency that I want and the outcome that I want. My paints are a little bit thicker today. I tend to run, my paints often do tend to be thick, but the last time they were thin and it just, I don't know. I like them a little bit thicker so that you can see the mounds build up before it disappears. I tried my best to do 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint this time, and a little bit of water. They've thickened up as they've sat over time, but I don't think they're too thick. You can see it like run off of there in a stream. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm going to put, I don't know if I want to do my base coat first or layer my cup first. I'll put my base coat down first, and then I'll use the white that's left over for layering. I had to mix up more white than the other colors because I wanted it for my base and I wanted it for my layering. So I've been saving my paints in these little cups with lids, but left them in the medicine cups after I've mixed them up. And this time what I wanted to do was test it out by putting it just in the medicine cup on its own to see how it stayed, and it ended up staying pretty well. I may have too much paint on there. If I do, I may try to scrape some back in. I'm not sure because I used a lot more than I'd expected. I don't have hardly any left for my layers. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Maybe I will, I don't know. I need it for the base though. I'm going to try to scrape some of this back in here before I go spreading it out, because I need it for my layering more than I need a base coat. I just kind of want my canvas to get wet is the reason I'm doing a base coat, so that my first little bit of paint out of my cup doesn't just completely stick to the painting and not move, or to the canvas and not move. Okay, I saved some of it, so now I'll just spread this around, kind of get my canvas wet there, knocked over my cup, so I'm glad I didn't layer my paint first. Maybe I should have layered my paint first and then I could have used what white was left over. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. May see if I can fast forward this part a little bit.
I wish I need to get a specific brush to use for putting out my base coat. Because I get some bald canvas spots and then that leaves my painting weird. I wonder if I could take my fingers and move it around better than this palette knife. And this is bigger than the canvases I normally use. So this is a 10 by 10. I'm having a little bit more trouble spreading. And then I get suction at some points. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to look perfect, because I'm going to pour paint over it, I guess. I just need, like, the canvas to be wet. And I did learn today that if your canvas, I had my canvases still in a bag from where I bought them all together on a sale at Michael's. And in being sitting in my living room and getting moved, this one had a huge dent in it. Like, there was a huge dent in the canvas, and I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to use it. But it turns out I sprayed some water on the back of it, and then I just kept tapping at the spot where the dent was, and eventually it leveled out pretty well. It leveled out enough that it won't be noticeable in my painting, I don't think. This is tricky because I've done this a few times, and then my corners have ended up, like, the paint won't stick because I don't have, my base coat didn't get on my corners. So, anyway, if you have dents on your canvas from letting it sit in a room with other stuff, if you spray water on the back of it and just kind of tap at it where the dent is, like on the opposite side of the dent, it'll help that dent pop back out. So that's good. I mean, I could just slather a whole bunch on here so that it's definitely covered, but I don't want to waste too much paint. I just want to make sure that it's the edges, the sides, the edges, the corners, the canvas. I want to make sure everything's basically just wet with paint, like, so that I don't want anything dry, because if I have a dry spot, then once I mix and pour my paint, it doesn't stick. I'm just taking this palette knife and scraping the paint along the side just to get it wet. I keep saying that. I'm going to keep, man, I may cut some of this out. Keep saying that, or I may see if there's a fast forward function in my video editing app. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing because I'm holding it way in a weird place. I think we have all of our, nope, I found the dry side. I was recording one of my Harry Potter videos last night, and I recorded for an hour, and then I like walk my dog around the little grassy area by where we were. And then I looked down at my phone again a few minutes later, and the red recording light was off. And then I went back and looked, and none of my video had saved to my phone. I was so upset. So that's why I may do like short clips of this and stop and record again, because maybe my phone's getting full or something. I don't know. I had to pay for the iCloud subscription, so that stuff should save to the cloud. I don't know. Okay, that's enough of random talking. I think that it's on level, but eventually, once I put more paint on there, everything's wet. So when I pour more paint on there, it will eventually, even if it looks uneven when I pour, by the time it dries, it always dries evenly. So that's fine. I don't know what to do with the paint left on the back of this, though. I hate wasting paint. Like, I do all my paint left on the table, I do drip smashes. I've been putting these pads down, and that soaks up a lot of the paint, and I hate that. So I know my shower curtain liner is really dirty underneath from all of my old paint, but I like using it because I can get more drip smashes or more soaked up paint off of that where it's the texture of the shower curtain liner instead of these pea pads, how it soaks it up. So I may start using that again, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to start layering my cup. I only put like half an ounce of each of my colors. So eventually I need to start, well, maybe I can do it in 2 layers of each color. Normally I do it in 1 layer of each color because I don't use very much paint. But this is a bigger pour, so I'll put a little bit of white in to start. I just basically want to cover the bottom of this cup. And I don't know if I've ever done a flip cup with a 5-ounce cup yet, maybe once. Maybe the one that I did on my, a 12 by 12. But maybe I'll try to do half this time and then come back around. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll try to put, I don't know if I should just like pour it in or if I should try to layer it. I have to pull it back towards me so I can see what I'm doing. Do I want to layer it or pour it in? I think I'll just pour it in. Is that about half? Yeah. And so we'll pour a little bit, we'll like dot a little bit of white on there. And then we'll pour in half of our orange. This may not turn out very well since I'm not layering it, I don't know. And since I'm doing, this is differently than how I normally do it. I normally try to layer it, whoa, that's a lot of white. I normally try to layer it better, I think. And I normally do all my colors at one time. But I'm going to try it this way. I'm trying something new. And I forgot to put silicone in any of my colors. And I like putting silicone in my colors. Maybe I'll do it in my second half. That sounds like a good idea. This white is dripping so much. I don't think I like using these big cups for the paint, because it's so messy to pour it out. And I lose so much of it. There's so much of it all over my table. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough white left for layering my second layer of colors. I don't think I thought this through very well. I don't think I thought it through at all. Okay, so now that we've got that layer in, I'm going to put, well, none of those ones have silicone, so I'm just going to put 1 drop in each color this second time. And just see what happens. I am so new to paint pouring. I mean, like, I started in March, but I'm still really, consider myself very new. So we'll give that a good stir. So, my point is, I'm so new that I just, everything is an experiment to me. I don't really know what's going to happen. I've watched a lot of videos and everything, but I still don't know what's going to happen until I try it. So, I am just excited to see what happens each time I mix up paint and pour it on the canvas. So I try different things every time. Or I try to try different things from time to time at least, just to see what's going to happen. I don't know if that will affect anything or not with the silicone in those. I don't have a whole lot of white left. But we're just going to put the rest of our colors in. And maybe just do a dot of white afterwards. So my first layer was silicone free. My second layer has 1 drop of silicone in each color. And we will see what happens. I've been using alcohol in my paint, but I got a tip to stop using alcohol, so I'm not using alcohol this time, and I'll see what happens. We finished the yellow. We'll just put a drop of our white, and then we'll finish the orange. These are going to really muddy together probably because I don't have a lot of white left. This white drop in between is probably not enough to make a difference. I have no idea. I really have no idea what's going to happen. But that's the fun in it for me, just to try it and see what does happen. Time for the pink. Some of them in the first layer may have had more than the others, and some of them may have more now in the second layers than the others. I don't know if I've ever layered my colors more than once. Maybe, I think I did in one painting that I've done before that's not recorded, but I think I've only done it once. So, this is still not 100% new, but kind of new to me. Okay. Purple, or violet, it's neon violet. I think again, after I get the colors in the cup, I may stop the video and start a new one, because, like I said, my phone is having trouble saving videos. When I screen recorded my video game playing earlier, it wasn't on there at all. It just stopped after an hour and hadn't saved at all. So that was quite disappointing. Time for the neon blue. And see if we have any white paint left to put between these last two colors. Maybe just a little, and then save a little tiny dot maybe to put on top. I don't know. I don't know if I need it on top, but I don't know. These videos are a learning experience, and they help me learn. They help me learn what happens with each one, so that I can go back in the future and look and see what I've done each time and how it turned out. And if any of you are new, maybe you're learning with me, or those of you that know what you're doing are cringing sometimes whenever I paint. I understand that, but it's fun. It's fun for me, so that's all that matters, and I'm learning with each time. Alright, we have just a little bit of white left to put on top. I don't know how long is okay to let that sit there, but I'm going to move these all out of the way, and I'm going to stop my camera and start it again, and then I will be right back. Yes, I'll move that cup.
Hi, I'm back. I went ahead and paused the video, and I took some stuff to the sink and came back and putting on my gloves and getting ready to flip the cup and see what happens. Alright. Try to see. I'm a really bad judge at getting it in the middle. So we'll just work with whatever happens. It still may not be centered, but oh well. And now I'll let the, yeah, it's still not quite centered, but oh well. It's good enough. Good enough for me. I have my corner catcher. I used that last time, but then I didn't run any other paint off whatsoever. I think I'm going to use the other side of it this time. This time I'll corner catch, but then it took 2.5 days for my last one to dry because I left so much paint on the canvas. So this time I'll use the corner catcher at first, and then we'll see what I want to keep and what I want to run off, and I'll run more paint off of it. This bottom layer of paint had no silicone. I think the silicone is what helps the paint come out of the cup, maybe. I used to think it was the alcohol that did that, but I think maybe it's the silicone. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull the cup and see what we get. Oh, I love that rainbow color look of it. I love the rainbow color look. Let's get I have trouble getting the edges and the corners. So I'm trying to get my excess around my edges and my corners. And we are getting some cells from the 1 drop of silicone that I put in the second layer of paint that I used. So that's good. I like this big drop that I just lost on my pea pad, on my little puppy pad. Oh, that is so pretty. That's a big, long, wormy looking one though. These ones over here are so pretty. I almost don't even want to do anything. I just want to let it spread out on its own. Now that is pretty. I don't even know let's torch just to make sure we don't have any bubbles before we start spreading. Yeah. Yeah, there's some bubbles right there. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna go, I don't know what way to go first. I guess I like that side the least, so I'll go that way a little bit. I'm going to stretch it some before I make it to the corners, and then I will come back and do the corners. Okay. Now I'll come back and I'll go maybe get it back to the center and come this way. Oh no, I don't know, I like all the cells down here, and I like all the cells around like this part, so I don't want to squish any away. I like the colors over there really well. I liked these cells over here too. When that paint rolls over itself, they just kind of get lost. Maybe they'll stretch, maybe they'll come back. Now in the past, when I've had ones that I like really well like this, whenever it first comes up, like I'm going to lose all these yellow cells. Yellow is my favorite color. Whenever I get what I like, whenever it comes out of the cup, then I start tilting and I lose everything when I go for the corners. So someone gave me a tip to use a corner catcher, and I did that last time, which that painting turned out to be one of my better ones so far. But then once I saved all the paint at the corners, I didn't have very much runoff. So then I had like an inch of paint left on my canvas when I was done, and it took forever to dry. So I think there's a happy medium. Let's go back, get the weight of this back to the center, which I have learned that from watching other videos. And then I think we'll go for this corner first because it's still probably my least favorite. I love the colors over here the best, so maybe it'll stretch them some. I don't know how well this will show up in the camera. I don't know how tight to the canvas my corner catcher is, but here we go. This is a little bit awkward for me because this canvas is bigger than the one I used last time. Alright, so go back. It's bigger, so it's more awkward to keep a hold of. So I left some of those, I kept some of those neon ones that I liked right there. Right there. Some of they're trying to escape off of there, but I'll let them escape a little bit and tap out the sides with the runoff. And then, I mean, I'll have to come back and finish it. Okay, where to next? Did I put the paint back in the center? Did I do that? Not quite. Okay. Now that big caterpillar-y one is losing its shape. Alright, now I'll go this way. I'm going to this side first because I like the stuff on this side the best. Bye-bye, pretty cells. You're all rolling over each other. See there, okay. I was talking to myself. I was losing some stuff as it, maybe I'm doing it too fast because I'm just really losing the shape of everything. My cardboard wasn't tight against the side on some of the stuff over here. I'll go this way next. And then again I'll have to tilt around some more just to get more paint off. But I don't know. I love it so much when it first comes out, but as I stretch, I lose everything that I like. Even with the corner catcher, I'm losing everything that I like. It's just getting all run together. I mean, I kind of like the look of that. It's kind of psychedelic. But I'm losing the shape and the consistency of everything. Whoops, I have my fingers on that whole bunch. Okay, that's past the center. Whoops. Okay. Now for this last corner, and then I'm going to have to go and stretch around. This is hard to handle. Then I'm going to have to stretch around and make sure I get all my sides and everything. I'm losing all of this neon yellow that I liked over here. Everything just, with this corner catcher, everything just kind of pools and it just goes into a big pool. I don't know, I'm not using it right, I don't think. I kind of like it still, but I liked it better before I started stretching, and that's always what happens with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt this enough to save tilt this back to save some of this yellow, and then I can scrape the paint off of that. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to torch it again. See if we can get more cells come up. I see some trying to come up right there. There's some popping up there. They're very little and they're probably not showing up in my camera very well. I don't know if I can do this with my left hand. Oh shoot, I'm not doing it with my right hand very well. My torch doesn't have very big of a flame. I think I need to get a new torch. Whenever I put the bigger flame out, whenever I make the flame bigger and then I try to wave it around, it goes out. See if we can get anything to pop up there. I see something kind of under the surface. I like that one right there, that really big multicolored one. Didn't get anything else. I like how the cells are multicolored, or like multi-layered now. I think because I did 2 layers of my paint maybe this time. Yeah, some have popped up over there. I'm going to let it sit for just a minute, see if anything comes up. I still have a little bit of this color that I like here. I'm going to try to tilt some more this way to get some runoff so that I can stretch this color back out some. Man, I like that one. I don't want to lose the, wow, that's very multi-layered. I'd say that's from all the layers that I did with all the white in between, like the dot of white in between everything. Wow, I really like this. I don't know if I'm going to tilt it more or not. I do need to go around and make sure all of my sides have paint. And my favorite way to do that is to stick my finger underneath and scrape off what comes off, and then just tap everything that looks like it needs paint. That didn't really need a lot of paint over here. Right there, that corner needs some paint though. Maybe I can take some of the paint off my cardboard and put on there. That looks like it needs a little bit right there, so we'll scrape under this side and dab it on there. And as it dries and drips, it'll end up looking like it's meant to, like it's supposed to be that way. I'll go under this side. Sometimes as you scrape from underneath, it scrapes it up and it gets your sides the way it should be anyway. That's cool. I can't see that side, so I'm going to turn it around so that I can see that side. That side we need to scrape some and put it up. Right there needs some pink. Okay. Man, this is my, whoa, I keep putting my arm on my cardboard. This is my favorite color, but I was going to tilt more that way to save that, but I love that cell right there with all those bright layers. And I love that one right there. It looks like the paint, it looks like there's a dip in the paint, but whenever it dries, it won't look like that. It's really cool. I don't know if I should tilt more or not. I know it'll take days for this to dry if I leave it like this. But like the last time, I got to this point where I keep touching that and I keep taking, instead of putting paint on, I'm taking paint off. Let's get a big blob on there to get some color in there. I won't like that spot when it dries, but I don't, oh well. Okay. Like there's some stuff, I would love to stretch this side out, but I don't want to lose those cells by stretching that way. I would love to make some of my cells bigger, but I don't want to lose some of my other stuff by running more paint off. I don't know. I wish there was someone here that could tell me what to do. Please let me know in the comments below what you think I should have done. Like, should I keep stretching and running more paint off? Like, should I stretch it more that way to get more of this color that I like over here? Or should I leave it alone and save these cells over here that I like? I didn't like this part at first, but now with those cells that have come up through, I really like it. I'm going to torch again. I don't know, as it sits, more cells keep popping up too. I don't know. I really like it. I love bright colors, so I really like the bright colors. And I actually got more cells than what I used to. So I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I mean, it looks a little bit muddy over here, but I don't really care. Overall, I like it, I think. That green, man, green is a color that really stands out, I think. The pink over there, it's growing on me. That section's getting prettier to me because I love those little multicolored cells. They're not perfectly round, but who says they have to be? I kind of like the odd shapes and everything. I'm just kind of curious to see how it dries. It'll take a couple of days, and I'm leaving for vacation tomorrow morning, so I won't see it for a week after tomorrow. So I guess I'll just have to wait and see whenever I get home. I know initially I wanted to run more paint off of it than what I did last time, other than like my initial tilting, but I didn't do that. I don't know what happened to the little caterpillar-y section I had to begin with. But I don't know. I love just more, as I sit here, more things. I'm noticing more things. It's not like a traditional cell, but it's different layers and rings of colors upon rings of colors. I like it. I like it a lot. So, I'm gonna pause this and then I'll do a close-up so that I can clip that at the end. I won't be able to post a dry picture of this until next Saturday or Sunday because I'm leaving tomorrow morning to go on vacation, and I won't see it again until I get home either next Saturday or Sunday. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you would have done differently to make this painting better, or let me know on Facebook. I have been getting a lot of tips on Facebook because I'm in a lot of art groups on Facebook, and then I have some people that comment on my videos on my Facebook page, and that's been helping me out a lot. I was not going to use the corner catcher, or I was going to tilt more off after the corner catcher, but that turns out to be what helped me yet again. So thank you again, Karen. If you watched this one, I'm not sure that you saw my last one. I was asking for your tips to let me know if you think I should tilt more or leave it alone. That's my question again to you or to anyone watching. Should I have tilted more to stretch stuff out some more or to run more paint off, or should I have left it alone? I kind of like how it's turning out, and it's more cells are popping up as I just let it sit here, so I like it right now. From my angle, this kind of looks like a little animal, like feet and a face and an eyeball. I'll show you whenever I do the close-up, and it looks like a wing on its back, or a wing like this. I don't know if it's a little, or that could be an ear and that's like a wing. I don't know what it is, but it kind of reminds me of, I don't know, but I think it's cute. Okay, I don't think I have anything else to say. Please like, subscribe, share. Let me know in the comments any suggestions for what I could have done better. And thanks for watching, and have a blessed day. Bye. Hi, I told you I'd bring you down for a close-up. You can kind of see the reflection of my ring light. So I'll just kind of go around and try to move around that reflection. See, right there is where I saw the animal. Like this is the face and an ear or a wing and a wing, an eyeball. I think it's really cute. Let me try to move my light to get it better so you can see the painting better. This is like my view that I had looking at it, making it, or maybe after I turned it. I think I like it this way. I'll try to do some pictures and stream at the end to zoom in to see all of these neat little cells. I think this is the most cells I've ever gotten in one of my paintings. I'm really excited. This is kind of a close-up short video without my ring light or my little lamp. This is just with the overhead light. It's changing as it sits here.